it's Miley Pop Neko, and this is my new YouTube channel. And basically it's just going to be a vlogging channel, I think. Not really sure what's going to be on it, as well as some reviews I may do on things that I get, because I'm always getting weird and wonderful things in the post. And well, just anything about me that I feel I need to share with the world and stuff. So yeah, let's begin. Okay, I think the first thing I'm actually going to talk about on this channel is probably exes, because we've all had them, and some are good, some aren't so good. Some, you know, when you're going out with them, it's like, oh my god, yay, I love you, I get along with you, I buy you nice things. And then when you break up, you forget that they ever actually loved you. You know what I mean? But then there are people that you go out with, and you might not have the most successful, you know, relationship, but then when it comes to breaking up, because it was a joint agreement or something, you become even closer, and that doesn't even make sense. But I have had exes, boys and girls, and I can honestly say that breaking up with boys was so much easier, being as I don't really like boys anymore at all. But it's like, I had an ex, right, and we'll call him Anonymous for now. No, let's call him Bob, because I like that name. Everybody loves the name Bob. And basically, Bob and I, we were best friends. We were best friends, and I know people say never go out with your best friends, because if you break up, then it will just fall apart. I beg to differ. I went out with him for 6 months, and we were happy. It's got a twist actually, this one. We were happy, but yeah, basically he figured that he was gay and was too afraid to tell me. So he broke up with me and said, Molly, I can't go out with you anymore. And I was like, what, why? No, don't leave me. And he says, Mol, I think you already know, but I'm gay. And I was like, oh my god, he's gay, I was right. I did actually know in my head that he was, but you didn't want to believe it when you're going out with them. So I thought, great, yay, and I cried. It was snowing, it was the last day of the Christmas holidays, and I was walking out, and I was very sad. But me and him are best friends forever, forever and ever and ever. Me and him love each other more than any couple could ever, except for me and my girlfriend. Shh. But you know, it's like, that was a really horrible breakup for me. But I'm kind of happy that we did break up, because if we didn't, you know, if we were still together, he'd be living in denial, I'd be living in denial, and we wouldn't be happy, and I wouldn't have my gay best friend. So, I love you, Bob. I love you. And then, you know, you have exes, like I said at the start, the breakups aren't great. We'll keep this one anonymous too, even though if she is watching this, you probably know who you are. I had an ex-girlfriend who I broke up with a couple of months ago, I think. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I went out with her for 6 months as well. 6 months and a half. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And while we were together, I will admit, it was great. And I thought, ooh, you know, I've actually found someone I actually get along with. And then she just started getting jealous of everything I did, everyone I talked to. And it got to the point where I felt like, and it wasn't the best thing to do, and I will openly say it was the wrong thing to do, but I felt like I had to lie to her. Which didn't help with her trust with me, but I felt like I had to lie to her to have a life, if you know what I mean. It's like I wanted to go over to my friend's house, who was a boy, and I had the idea that she would go crazy if she found out that I was going over to a guy's house. So, yeah, you get the idea with that. It got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore, and I was talking to a girl called Holly, and she's actually my girlfriend now, weirdly. And I was talking to her on Facebook, and me and her just really got along, and as far as I was concerned, we were going to be good friends in the future, and that was it. You know, we both liked Death Note and anime, and we started talking and role-playing and stuff like that, and it was just fun. And my ex-girlfriend found out, and she went completely mental at me, so I was like, oh, this isn't fun. So I actually just finished it with her after a few times of trying to go on a break with her and things like that. But, yeah, so I thought, okay, it's over, you know, obviously, you know, there'll be some tension, stuff like that, and we did try being friends, we tried hanging out, we didn't want to hate each other, because as far as we were concerned, we used to love each other, so, you know, I just lost feelings for her a lot because of what happened. And then she started getting really weird and started, like, trying to kill herself and, you know, all of that stuff to make me come back. And you feel inclined to, because you feel like she's trying to kill herself. What, should I go back, or is this what? And I was always a very, very selfless person, so I always used to think, okay, she needs me, I need to go back to her, blah blah blah. But then at this point I got to the point where I thought, I'm sorry, I'm being selfish for once in my life, and probably the best thing I ever did, because she has friends, it's not like I was leaving her on her own, and I basically couldn't be bothered with her anymore. I mean, we've all had those exes where you have a bad breakup and it's bad afterwards, but I mean, if your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend is still trying to talk to you after nearly 4 months of breaking up, I mean, you know, I did like her a lot, but, you know, it's like, it's got to the point where she's just more of a nuisance than anything. I used to like talking to her after we broke up, but she's a nuisance, she's getting in the way of my new relationship, and I just wish she would leave me alone, but she won't. She even came up to me, she even tried to talk to me yesterday. Yeah, 4 months ago we broke up. So, yeah, we've had crappy exes, haven't we? It's kind of me kind of sharing my crappiest ex. But I am in a happy relationship now with my girlfriend, and we're happy and we love each other, and that's all I care about now. And if, heaven forbid, me and her did break up, I can honestly say that we would stay friends as well, because we don't argue, we have nothing to argue about, we trust each other. So, yeah, that was my first video. More of a rant than a complaint, but then again, as I said, it was recent news and I needed to rant, so if you didn't want to actually listen to that, I'm sorry, but there will be other videos being uploaded this week and in the future. So, until then, bye! Woo! Like and subscribe to my channel, because I want you to, and it would do me really, really, really good things, and yeah! Bye!